Our course title is Computer Technology, then our course code is CTE 431. Application of the multiplexer. So the multiplexer is used to connect a single source to multiple destinations. As we said earlier, that the input source represented the D, which is the data type. Then we now have AND gates that will be able to connect our input data to the two controls lines, which are known as A and B. So the output line will now be connected to the data type of the multiplexer. So the multiplexer is used to connect a single source to multiple destinations. The main application area of the multiplexer, it is used in communication area, whereby multiple audios or videos will be able to be transmitted to each other. Then multiplexer is communication system. The multiplexer provide a communication system. Of the communication system are bidirectional. So the function of bidirectional refers to process of transmitting data and information in one direction. So transmission and receiving signals, it is capable of transmitting and also receiving. So hence, for most of the applications, the multiplexer are also used to reconstruction of parallel data and ALU, which is arithmetic and logic unit. So multiplexer and demultiplexer work hand to hand. So let's take a look of this application of the multiplexer. We have our communication system. Communication system uses multiplexers to carry multiple data like audio, videos, and other form of data using output signals. Since we said that the multiplexer provides multiple input and gives out one output, so they use multiplexer in order for them to provide an output in serial form. So regards to the demultiplexer, also uses the same application with multiplexer, because the function of this demultiplexer, it have to take the data bit or videos or audios in bit by bit, which is one after the other, after it has been saved to the data. Then before multiple of those videos and audios will be able to be published at once. So we have ALU, which is known as arithmetic and logic unit. So in ALU circuit, the output of ALU demultiplexer, each output of the multiplexer is connected to multiple registers. So what are those registers? Registers are the fastest memory close to CPU. So all data and information must be saved on that register, so which can store in register, so that they will be able to use them for future use. Then we have serial to parallel converter. So serial to parallel converter is used for reconstructing parallel data for incoming serial data stream. So since we are talking of parallel, we are talking of a wires that will be able to transmit different data in different wires. So that's the function of parallel converter. So in this technique, serial data from the incoming serial data stream is given as data input to the demultiplexer at regular intervals. So a counter is attached to the control input of the demultiplexer. The function of this counter is to also save vital data. So let's take a look of counter of the multiplexer. So as we said earlier, that this counter, it is also a storage point that will be able to store vital data and information which we are to use. So this counter directs the data signal to the output of the multiplexer, where these data signals are stored. So when all data signals have been stored, the output of the multiplexer can also retrieve it and involve the output of the multiplexer to be real and dictate information and data that have not been saved to there. So function of ROM, which is known as read-only memory. So a computer is a very important device, and besides being the best gadget to play your favorite movies, as we know earlier that computer and iPad and iPhone, they are all the devices that will be able us to play games and other stuff. Gadgets can be represented as computer, phone, iPad, tablet, and so on, since you'll be able to play games, watch movies, use it for your vital stuff. So it is used to store important and confidential data. So our confidential data can be our certificates, our images or pictures that we don't want it to lose. We can store them on our system in different ways. So there is a possibility that you use your computer every day, but have you ever asked yourself how it works? So most people don't normally ask themselves, how does this computer work? But without knowing that computer has a storage device that saves data such as music, applications, files, videos, and so on. So what is this storage that stores data and information? They can be hard drive, part of your computer, or ROM, which is known as read-only memory, that saves data and information permanently on a system. We also have random access memory, which is known as RAM. And in this article, we will tell you more about ROM, which is read-only memory. What is a ROM? So read-only memory, abbreviated as ROM, is simply storage medium used with laptops, computers, and other electronic devices. So this ROM is the medium that stores data and information. So our processor on our computer does not have the capability to store data and information except the ROM, which is known as read-only memory. So the word read-only memory means that any information stored in ROM can only be modified by experts with difficulty. Like even the people that modernize those systems, they face difficulty for them to adjust or to have access to manipulate those data and information that are stored here. So this form of memory is usually non-volatile. So the word non-volatile refers to the process of storing data and information permanently on our system, which clearly means that you cannot write on it except the person that manufactured it. So according to tech expert, ROM stores information permanently during manufacturing, which is required to start a computer in an operation famously known as bootstrap. The word operation can also be known as bootstrap. So characteristics of ROM. One, we have data stored in ROM is non-volatile, hence not lost when the power supply is disconnected. Like for instance, let me give a scenario. You are using your system, which your system does not have a strong battery, then the electric current now trip off. So your vital data and information that you have already stored on your ROM, they won't be able to go away. After you restore the light, you'll be able to access them. Then we have data stored in is unchangeable. So data and information that have been saved there, it is unchangeable. Rather, you require a special operation to modify it. Process of modifying is the process of erasing or adjusting the data. Types of ROMs. So the ROMs refers to read-only memory. So we have MROM, which is known as masked ROM. So this is a traditional type of ROM where data and instructions were written when they manufacture those memory. So a customer will decided to provide his desired content that this is a particular type of memory I want. So they might designed according to his instruction. So we have programmable read-only memory, which is known as PROM. So this is a ROM that can successfully be edited the user only once. So only the user will be able to edit it, but he only have access once. So modification is straightforward. The word modification refers to the process of altering data and information that are stored, or changing information you wish to change on the system. So the modification is straightforward, and you should buy a blank PROM, load your information using a PROM program. Before doing that, you have to buy a new disk of PROM, so that you'll be able to install them in order for you to modify it. So let's look at erasable and programmable read-only memory, which is known as EEPROM. So the EEPROM, this is a special type of memory with the ability to retain its content, but can be erased with PROM burner. So for you to have access to alter information on this erasable and programmable read-only memory, you need extra PROM, which is known as PROM burner, so that you'll be able to program the data as you wish. So let's look at electrical, erasable and programmable read-only memory. The acronym is of EEPROM, which is EEPROM. It is known as electrical and erasable programmable read-only memory. It is also a special type of memory. You can erase it successfully, but only once. You have to expose it to electrical charge about 4 to 10 minutes before you'll be able to edit it. So advantages of ROM. One, we have it is non-volatile in nature. As we said earlier, the word non-volatile is a process of storing data and information permanently on our system. So it's to use to text. You can easily type text on it. It is more reliable than RAM. As we said, it is non-volatile. We'll be able to save our vital information permanently. But RAM, it is known as volatile. It is a temporary type of memory. That is why it is more reliable than RAM. So cannot be accidentally changed. So you cannot change it by mistakenly. You have to follow due process before modifying it. Contents are known and can successfully be verified. So you'll be able to verify information that have been stored on it. So it is static and does not require refreshment. So you don't need to refresh the system before you'll be able to have access to your informations.